Hi everybody, this is Schaefer, and welcome back to our Fire Red Nuzlocke adventure. In our last episode, we picked up the lift key, so we should be able to make some progress through the rocket hideout now. Thanks so again for joining me. And as a reminder, we are not listening to the game music. The reason for that being that piercing noise just in the background music in the hideout here. I can't stand it. So instead, today we will be featuring once again the musical stylings of the OCR Missing No tracks. Let's see, I think I want this one. No. Alright, and again we're back in the sliding puzzles, and I don't remember what I did last time. Follow me for more tips and tricks about the Pokemon games. I did get a super potion out of it, so that's great. Okay, I don't want to go that way. There we go, we got through that one relatively quickly. Alright. Now it's time to use this lift key. Ooh. Let's go down to the basement 4th floor. Let's see if it's here. Huh. Locked doors. Got a goodie here, so let's get that. Calcium for strong bones. It's a little early in the year for the skeleton war, or late, I guess I missed it. I know you ruined our plans at Mount Moon. Okay, so he's gonna fight me. Just gotta figure out where to get the hideout key. Ground type, this will be great for grass and water types. Let's do Reggie. He hasn't seen much action lately. Okay. Well, as we work our way through looking for the lift key, let's go ahead and discuss some more Pokédex entries. I really enjoyed talking about it last time, and I think I might continue it through the rest of the videos here. So today let's talk about our starter, Chad. He started off life as a squirrel, and he's a Wartortle now, and shortly he should be evolving into a Blastoise. It should be coming up soon. He's already in his 30s levels. Yes, we're gonna change to Chad, in fact. Sandslash will probably be a little tougher. But the Pokédex data was not all that interesting for the Squirtle line, which I was disappointed about. The Squirtle Pokédex entries talk about how when it's born and it hatches, it starts off with a soft shell, and then it hardens over time, and then the shell is, curved for aerodynamics, so it can swim faster in the water. Apparently Squirtles are really fast. Which makes me think it was the speed. Oh, I forgot to see what Pokemon's coming out, so I'll just do no. Okay, that's fine. So originally in Red and Blue area, or Red and Green era if you were in Japan, the Pokédex, the starter Pokemon didn't have elemental typings. They weren't fire, water, and grass types. They were just Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur, and the typings were actually added later in the series. And at that time, the different starters were meant to represent different skill sets that you could go with. So one was attack, one was defense, and then one was speed. So I always assumed that Squirtle was the defense Pokemon just because he's a turtle and he's got that shell. But I'm suspecting he might have actually been the speed Pokemon, and that Bulbasaur and Venusaur were the defense, and then Charizard was the attack. So I'll look that up and see if editing can confirm that. But yeah. And then after, Squirtle gets to a certain level, I can't remember what, he evolves into Wartortle, as modeled by our son Chad. And most of that Pokédex data focused on his ears and his tail, because they're pretty iconic looking. I wonder why they took it off. He starts off without any ears and a tail, and then he gets the ears and a tail, and then he loses them when he evolves again. That seems like a waste of energy and design elements. But anyways, so it talks about how Wartortles hunt prey, so apparently they're at least predators, which I thought was interesting. Their ears are used for balance while they swim, and their tails actually get deeper in color as they age, which makes me think that they start off pretty pale and then they'll get pretty dark the longer they've been a Wartortle. And then there's information about, how aged they are and how experienced they are. If they've got scuffs on their shells and they have a lot of battle experience. If they've got algae on their shell, then they're pretty old. Just real standard stuff. Yeah. But the not standard stuff is that there's a legend that Wartortles live to be about 10,000 years old, which is so long. You'd think they'd evolve way before then. But they probably don't live that long anyways. It's probably just a legend. Yeah, so anyways, after they're done being Wartortles, they then evolve into Blastoise. And all of the Pokédex data just talks about how strong and brutal Blastoises are, using their weight in their body to crush their opponents. The water jets on their back are super strong. They can cut through steel, and they're stronger than a fire hose, and they're big and heavy so they can withstand the recoil from the water jets. It's just really insane. And then in certain regions, Blastoises can go on to become Mega Blastoise, depending on the region, of course, such as post Sun and Moon Kanto and X and Y. They can both do Mega Evolution there. But yeah, and then he goes from 2 cannons down to 1 cannon, and that cannon apparently is as tough as a tank, which is pretty impressive considering that tanks are used to knock down buildings. So, just nifty things about our boy Chad. Hi, baby. Oh, I thought it said Ekans. Oh boy, we might be in trouble. Oh, maybe not. Go Sparky, yeah. So anyways, that's about our boy Chad. There's no more information about that. I thought it would be neat if, some of these sites that I get my information from, if they had like the Dexter data from the anime and things like that as well, just to kind of round off and give us more information about our Pokemon, but that wasn't the case, unfortunately. So if you know how to code databases, there's an opportunity for a project there. Oh, looks like we're done with that battle. Oh, it opened. Oh, this is the boss battle. Okay, Let's see if I have some Paralyze Heal in here. I do. I have just one. I think I have 2 Paralyzed Pokemon though. I do. Okay, so we're gonna go back and heal, and then we'll take on Giovanni here, so I'll be right back. Okay, I was trying to leave and accidentally aggroed this guy, so apparently we're gonna take a moment here and fight him. Alright, let's see what he's got. Grimer. Definitely not a fan of poison types. Well, as we're battling him and healing our Pokemon, let's just go ahead and talk about some of the other Pokemon I've been researching recently. And that is the coughing and wheezing line. Oh no, we're disabled. And that actually had some pretty interesting information about coughing and wheezing. I did not give them enough credit for being cool because, you know, Jesse and James had coughing, so, and they were so inept it couldn't be a cool Pokemon, you know what I mean? Oh, Lily's level 17. Nice. Oh, Chad's level 34. Is he gonna evolve? Oh, well, not right now. We're just gonna keep using Chad. He's safe. But yeah, about this little guy coughing. Cool facts. So he stores gas in his body. So all that extra fart that's coming off of him is actually poisonous gases that he stored in his body. Coughing and wheezing like to eat. They eat the fumes that comes off of like nasty kitchen garbage, which I thought was funny. That specifically they prefer kitchen garbage. Unless you're a Galarian wheezing, in which case, you know, they prefer, I guess, factory fumes is what's implied. And Galarian wheezings will actually eat the fumes and expel clean air, but Kanto coughing and wheezing do not. Apparently they actually do poo somehow. I don't know if you guys understand how. Just take a look at a picture of coughing and tell me where does it poo from? Riddle me this. Don't answer it though, because I really don't want to know the answer. But apparently coughings have very thin skin, so if you get close enough you can actually see the gases inside their bodies swirling around, which I think is really cool. The wheezings are actually are confirmed to be 2 coughings that have gotten stuck together, and then there are always 2 different kinds of toxic gases, and then the 2 gases will mix together and become stronger from the mixture than they would be by themselves. Just real interesting stuff. Let's see what else. Apparently perfume is made from their gas. You dilute it down real small, and then they use it. Pokemon World uses it for perfume. The other thing I found was that the 2 heads on a coughing actually inflate and deflate alternatively. So when one inflates, the other deflates, kind of thing, which I think sounds really gross looking, but also a cool fact. Alright, well, let's talk to Giovanni here, and we'll finish up with our last little bit of wheezing trivia. Team Rocket captures Pokemon from around the world. They're important tools for keeping our criminal enterprise going. I am the leader, Giovanni. For your insolence, you will feel a world of pain. Possibly will. I'm pretty sure he has ground types, so this will be difficult. Oh, an Onix. Okay, we can handle an Onix. Okay, yeah. Oh, Chad didn't evolve, by the way. That's a shame. Anyways, so the last cool tidbits. I'm gonna save the best one for last. So, apparently, Kanto wheezing has stronger poison. But Galar wheezing can inhale more fumes. So that there's an interesting bit of trivia. And then the last thing I've learned about wheezings is there is occasionally, very rarely, there are triplet wheezings. So instead of having 2 heads, it'll have 3, which I didn't know could happen. You know, they've never drawn that, they've never shown that, so I thought that was really cool to know. Well, there you go. Everything you didn't want to know about coughing and wheezing and Squirtle, Wartortle, and Blastoise. I wish I had this much passion for things that paid better. But yeah, we're actually doing pretty good against Giovanni here. I'm really surprised. I thought he would be a lot more difficult. Psyched myself out. Whoops. Alright, Rhyhorn's down. Reggie's leveled up. Gotta look up and see when the optimal time to evolve Reggie is. Kangaskhan. No. Let's try and put Kangaskhan to sleep. Oh, it's going well. How exciting. So, do Kangaskhan only show up as female? I would assume so, since they all have pouches, but I just never thought about it before now. Oh no, don't wake up. Okay, this is going way too slow, so let's bring out the big boy, Chad. See, try a water gun, see what happens. Oh man, this guy is tough. Ooh. Ooh. It was painful. Okay. Let's see if we can put him back to sleep. That would be helpful. Ooh. Ooh. That was close. Okay, that gives us at least a round. I think we'll be able to get it done. Defense, not accuracy. Great. Aha, back to sleep. We're doing it. Just need to be able to get it down low enough, and hopefully Giovanni doesn't have any potions, because we don't need that nonsense. This has been such a pain. All the defense lowering it's doing is very suspicious. Ooh, no, not Reggie! Oh, my. Oh my gosh. These Nuzlocks are so difficult. I wonder if it was because I was talking about evolving him. Is that the jinx? I need to stop talking about Chad evolving. Ooh, we missed. Good. Oh, come on. Don't. No! It's Juno too, oh my gosh. Alright. Sparky can get him. There we go. Oh man. Hilda grew to level 24. Chad. That was painful. That was expensive. Oh my goodness. And we lost Juno. Not the fluffy one. And we've got the self-scope. Oh, the fluffy one. I wanted a fluffy Pokemon. Oh, I'm so sad. Alright, well, guess we're making a stop at the Pokemon Center here. Okay, just real quick. Oops. Oops. Really don't want to get Juno away. I'm very sad. Let's see, so it was Juno. Goodbye. And Reggie. That is really difficult. Alright, looks like Vera is back on the team here. And we have an empty slot. That does not feel good. Alright, but that is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. New card opening video will be up on Wednesday, and I will see you again next Friday for the next episode of our Fire Red Nuzlocke. If you're interested in seeing any episodes early, please check out my Patreon. Link is down in the description below, and I will see you all next time.